It looks like you got the fanciest sign out here. Did you make that?
Yes, sir.
And the shirt too.
Yes, sir.
Man, you really got that one down. So what do you like about Andrew Jans? I believe you're Jans, no?
No, sir.
Oh, you're
no,
not?
I'm supporting Devin Nunes. He's serving the interests of the Russian GRU above his own constituents. So he's a hero in my book. He's got huevos of steel. I mean, a lot of the farmers out here really don't care about with the idea that he's out there defending Russian interests. They'd rather he was focused on water issues. But Devin figures he's got finally enough clout in Congress so he can go ahead and support Russian Vladimir Putin's interests and do so on a national stage representing our district. So, I mean, if you're pro-Russian, you're quite pleased with what he's been able to accomplish in a short span of time.
So what has he done that benefits Russia?
Obstruction of justice, putting out, leaking classified material, doing things to try and destroy the Department of Justice and the FBI. So taking down U.S. law enforcement is one heck of an ask, especially for a guy from the Valley. But he's doing it, and he's doing a damn fine job of it. And he's winning support and financial support, not only from around the country, but from Russian-aligned groups. So we're very happy with what he's been able to do.
Okay, the Devin, the memo.
Yes, the memo that he never read the underlying material of, but that's okay. He's got a quality staff who's doing the hard work, heavy lifting, and allowing him to go out there and look like a hero.
Yeah.
Kash Patel, I believe, is his chief of staff. And I don't know what his ties are to Russia, but he's obviously doing the heavy lifting out there, and that's really awesome.
Okay, they still haven't came with the evidence that shows that Trump colluded with Russia.
Right.
So what evidence that you're basing all your sign and your T-shirt on that he's doing the bidding of Russia and Putin?
Well, just standing against the Department of Justice is one of the things that Vladimir Putin would be wholeheartedly for. Any attempt to obstruct justice in the Russia investigation would be something that Vladimir Putin is wholeheartedly for. I think it's an easy connection to make.
With the Russia investigation, with the Nunes memo, what it came out is that the DNC was the one that started that memo. They used Fusion GPS to come up with the fake dossier. They went to the FISA court and went and got the warrant to spy on Americans. And that's what was in the Nunes memo. So what part of that is...
That's what's alleged in the Nunes
Yeah,
memo.
that's what's inside the Nunes memo. So what part of that is doing their bidding if they're just outseeing the Democrat Party itself?
The Nunes camp specifically picked out individual items from the original FISA warrant and promoted those to make it look like the United States Department of Justice was in fact acting in an illegal fashion, which is awesome. Because nobody can take down the Department of Justice. I mean, they're tight-lipped. They don't want to talk about what it is they're doing. They're not a secretive society, but they don't really want to let their details of their investigation out. So if you can get those details, and if you can pick out some key points and put those out there and say the entire Department of Justice and the FBI is colluding and is working against the interests of Americans, that's totally goofy. That's awesome, GR.
Okay, let me ask you a question. I asked another lady over there. She really can answer the question.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Nunes is a progressive Democrat. What's the difference between a Democrat and a progressive Democrat?
I couldn't tell you, and that's not really my wheelhouse. I'm more pro-Russia. I mean, it's been awesome to see the Republican Party divide into your fiscal conservatives and your anti-justice Russian camp. Pro-Russian camp, and
but on the platforms of the Democrat Party, the Progressive Democrat Party, the Republican Party, education's right, healthcare's a right, a job's right. Those are all stated in the Communist Manifesto with Karl Marx. So how would you put the Republican Party that's trying to downsize it and cut spending or doing whatever the Republicans do? How do you
This is
put
the
them
Central
together?
Valley. You're not going to get any argument from most people that cutting spending is actually a good idea. But that has nothing to do with promoting Russian interests. So that's kind of my issue. I'm a one-issue guy.
Oh, just one issue.
Yeah.
So, but then you're a communist. Then
You better. Of course not. Communism no longer exists in the Soviet Union. It's now oligarchy. It's just you give the money to the folks who are doing your business in a quality manner.
Okay, well, there's
Ronald
so
Reagan,
Russia,
bless his heart, Ronald Reagan oversaw the fall of the Berlin Wall and the collapse of communism. I don't know how old you are.
Okay, so what would you say that What would you say that Putin is today? Is he a socialist or is he still a communist?
Neither. He's an oligarch.
He's an oligarch.
A kleptocrat and an oligarch. He's a man who wields pretty significant power, but he's not exactly running a democracy. But, you know, he's a traditional dictator in the mold with some popular support, and has done a fine job in keeping it together when oil prices fell and everybody was working against him. He managed to clamp down on his government and keep everything together.
So do you think
if Donald Trump loves him, why can't I love him?
So the freedom of speech and freedom of press that's under attack right now, do you think with the Democrat Party and the Andrew Jazz being progressive, do you think we should censor the freedom of speech and fake news?
Even that is not my issue. We have a free press. We have the right for people to lie and tell and spread false stories, and there's been a lot of that on both sides, right? But so long as Russian interests are served, then Devin Nunes is my man.
All right. Nice to talk to you, bro.
Pleasure to meet you.
Take it easy.